Okay, so I'm back, and now I'm gonna talk about a show called Euphoria, and I want to talk about character. And this is gonna be a rant. It's actually gonna be another rant. I already made another rant the first time about this character. Now, I mostly relate. It can kind of like not fully because I'm not a drug addict, but I am neurodivergent. And people say, "Oh, like this character is not a retard like you." Oh, well, we have mental disorders. Being like in the spectrum, I have autism and ADHD. I don't know if I have OCD. I don't know. Could have some more shit going on with me I don't know about. But at the same time, I can relate to this character. So whatever happens to this character, like I really feel bad because I'm like I've been in these situations before with people. I've been in situations before with like family. So like when I see she going through this, but the way she coped with it is like doing drugs. It really got to me. It gets to me. So Rue Bennett was in a relationship with a character called Jules. Now, if you don't want to hear no spoilers, because I'm going to talk about season 1 to season 3, leading up to the reason why I don't like this character that she was with, because it's like I now realize Jules is using Rue as a coping mechanism for her mother. She's you Jules likes she wants to control Rue because she wants to control the situation she had with her mother. She wants to take revenge on her mother, in my opinion, through Rue, because Rue is also a drug addict. Now, Jules's mom was an alcoholic. They're both addicts. Both people that she was connected to in her life, maternally, and like love wise, like femininity love wise, was like her mom, and they're both in Rue. They're both addicts. They're both addicted to shit. Okay, they're both addicted to stuff. So when it comes to her mother, I think what's happening with her mother is affecting how she's treating Rue. That's why I'm assuming when I'm watching the show, because why are you with a drug addict? Why did you decide in your head to be with someone who is addicted to drugs and who suffers from addiction, and your own mother, was a suffer from addiction? And people would say, well, her like the mother deserved to like what she did, what happened to her, in a way, because she sent her own trans daughter to a psych ward. Let me tell you something about that part. Like doesn't Jules doesn't have the capability to fully understand things. She's like, what my this could be like ignorant like thing I'm about to say. I think trans people are so hyper like emotional. They don't have the capability to think about how other people feel, about what they're going through. Imagine having a child that you like. I'm looking at the I have empathy, okay? Even though people think I don't. Um, I'm looking through the situation in the mom's shoes. Imagine you have a child that was born male, right? A male like child that you gave birth to, and you're seeing your male child talk about things that they're not supposed to be knowing about, are not supposed to be feeling. And then on top of that, they're hurting themselves. This little child at the time, Jules as a child, literally was stabbing her body parts as a child. And you're not gonna think in a mother's head, it's like, oh my gosh, my kid's crazy. My kid's gone insane. They're getting they're so mentally unstable right now. I don't know what to do. I need to bring them to like some rehab so they can like not go through that shit anymore. I don't think the mother had any bad intent because the way Jules sees it, she thinks that her mother had some bad intent in sending her to a psych ward. Like the girl was stabbing herself with scissors. She was stabbing herself with scissors. And as a child, it's like, well, it's because she didn't want to go through puberty and stuff. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to be having a boy's body. She hated her body. That's why she was doing that shit. But the mom didn't need to send her to a psych ward. Around that time period, like parents didn't really like you gotta give the mother a break. Like you gotta give some mothers a break sometimes. And like, okay, you can say like, oh, she didn't have to bring her to that horrible place. How you think? Do you really think that's a horrible place? The only thing that think that made the place horrible was the fact that she was getting bullied by some badass kids in there. But the I don't think the mom had malicious intent in sending her child there because she hated Jules. I don't think her mom hated her. I don't think Jules' mom hated her. I think that she just didn't understand what was happening to Jules. And she just like and she was also dealing with her own addiction and she didn't want and she probably felt guilty. She probably thought it was something that she did and she just wanted to help Jules out. You never know. Like I'm looking at it in a different way. Fuck, I think Jules' mom loves Jules more than Rue's mom loves her. Cause you can say Rue's mom is more at fault for a reason how she is instead of Jules. Jules looks like she's like she's just like a selfish brat that wasn't like doesn't want to think about like, well, maybe my mom didn't understand what was happening to me, and I scared the living shit out of her, and that's why I went into a psych ward. But no, she doesn't even Jules doesn't even take the time to think like she didn't even try to get any closure. The time when the Jules mom came back, she's like, she didn't even want to get any closure with her mom. She's like, oh my gosh, fuck this bitch. Like she did, like in a way, she's like, fuck this bitch. I don't want to talk to her ever again because she sent me to a psych ward, and not one day she visited me. Now, well, she probably didn't visit you because she felt guilty. She probably thought that she did something to you because why are you fucking stabbing yourself as a child? That's some psychotic shit you're doing to yourself. Normal kids don't do that shit. When I was a kid, even when I like developed like depression and I went to like so some shit when I felt like suicidal, like I wasn't like doing shit like stabbing myself, cutting myself and shit like that because that shit hurt. That you have to be into some like into a really fucked up psychosis to be fucking stabbing and cutting yourself and shit and doing self-harm to yourself. So as a regular like parent and you seen that happen to your kid and you don't know what to do, of course you're gonna send them to the psych ward. Cause you're like, what the fuck is happening to my child? I can't handle this. So I gotta give them to a professional so they won't end up killing themselves in front of me. So that's one thing. That's one thing like I don't I don't understand with Jules. Like and when the mom came back to like introduce herself back to her after she got some help with her drug addiction. No, like her alcoholism. I don't know what type of. No, she was alcoholic. Her alcohol issue. Um, she was trying to like say she was calling her Jules. She was saying, "Oh, you look very pretty." Like she was accepting the fact that like her daughter is trans. So I don't think the mom was like that upset with like her daughter ending up being trans, a trans like she having a trans daughter. I think she was just confused at the time and she didn't know what to do because her daughter, her child that she thought was a boy at the time, she was so fucking terrified probably because her son at the time, aka her daughter at the time, was stabbing themselves with sharp objects into their body, and she was scared to death, and made her alcoholism worse. You don't know what the fuck. Jules as a trans character is not made out to be a good person. The more I watch the show, and you know what? She rejected her like when her own mother needed her because when like because she's people gonna say, oh well, like she didn't understand that that Jules needed her, so why she should feel guilty about like what happened to her own mom. Is like, bitch, you don't know. Like if you saw your own child constantly stabbing their body and then saying that they don't want to be in their body, and you don't know that, and she probably doesn't even know about this transgender fucking world and shit at all. Most people don't. Maybe and definitely in the time frame where that the year when those things were happening to her daughter and the way people thought back then, you really think she had like bad intent in the long run? I don't think parents who do that to their kid had any bad intent. To be honest, they probably want their child to get help because why is you wanting to be a girl so bad causing you to stab yourself? I don't even think most transgendered people were stabbing themselves to prove a point. Like, oh, I want to be transgender. I'm gonna stab my body. I don't think that shit was happening. This person was doing self harm. Jules was doing self harm. And I think she was doing it to get attention. Because it's either her dad or her mom didn't have time to give her attention or some shit like that. I don't know. It's so confusing. It like, I only know it because the special like episode with her is like, it was so confusing to me. Like I have to watch it for myself. It's all about her trying to conquer like being feminine and shit. It's like you're just playing a performance. You have no, like I don't think some trans women have no fucking idea what it is to be born a actual fucking female. Some of you motherfuckers I actually hear say, and I heard this because like on social media you guys speak the truth sometimes. Some of y'all say you don't give a fuck about being a female. You just care about being a woman. So you just think femalehood is a costume. The role of being a female is a costume. So, okay, think that way then. But you don't know what, like, deep down you will never know because your bodies are not made or to function like ours in the end of the day. And you don't know what the fuck our mental state has to go through being in a female body. Okay? Okay. So people can get triggered off of this rant because Jules is not good for Rue because she's using Rue as a coping mechanism for her mother. Like, that's all I gotta say. She's using Rue Bennett as a coping mechanism for her mother. She's taking out her aggressions her frustrations out on Rue. She wants love from Rue because the Rue is like a reflection of her mother that was a drug addict and shit like that. Which is like, why would you be with a drug addict after you know your mom was an addict? Why would you be with an addict? That's weird. That's some weirdo shit. Why would you be with an addict knowing someone close to you was an addict and you did not have a good um reaction to that? Why are you putting yourself through trauma? Put yourself being with someone who can possibly cause you trauma? Are you trying to conquer the fact that you couldn't handle confronting your drunken mother, your mother who was an alcoholic? You couldn't talk to her because of your selfish ways and you didn't want to let her explain herself and get closure. Is because you were afraid to get closure with your mom and just talk to her and just like find out like, why do you put me in that psych ward? Like what was going through your head at the time, why you felt the need to do that? And she would have told you the truth, because girl, you was stabbing yourself. I was scared that I was gonna lose you, bitch. I was scared I was gonna lose you. You're gonna kill yourself. And I didn't want to see you kill yourself, so I was trying to save your life, bitch. Because that's the only reason why someone would put you in a psych ward. Because you're stabbing yourself. The hell? Anyway, I don't care how no one feels about that. Anyone trying to defend why the mom deserved what she got, like the mom didn't deserve what she got. I don't care what no one says. Because it's not like she sent her there because like she was transphobic or something. She was, because if that was the case, she would have never even came back to begin with to try to make up with her daughter. And then after hearing what the mom said, hearing her upstairs speaking mad loud saying, um even if it's fake that like I if I talk to her, even if it's a fake talk, like this bitch is so ungrateful. It's like, that's your mother in the end of the day. She's trying to make things right with you. Go talk to her and try to like get some closure. But she had no intent in talking back to her mother anymore. She had no intent. And probably at the time, maybe she, I don't know, maybe she never even said anything about her feeling like a girl. So the mom probably was just thinking that her son, who she thought was the son at the time, was like going insane. You never know. It's fucking crazy. But she's taken out, like, I'm noticing that she's taken out her aggression that she has with her mother Jules, is taking out her aggression that she has with her mother, her maternal mother, towards her girlfriend or her ex-girlfriend now, currently, from watching the latest episode, out on Rue. She's taken out her aggression that she has for her own mother out on someone that she says she wants to be with, or she wants to like have sexual relations with. She's using like she's it's giving manly misogynistic motherfucker in a dress. I'm sorry. People gonna think, oh my gosh, you're transphobic. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Jules is a selfish ass bitch. I swear to God, the character is a selfish ass bitch to me. She's a snake. I don't like her because the things that she's done as a child until now, and as a teenager until like adulthood, it's some grimy shit. She's she's selfish. She's very selfish, self-absorbed in everything. Yeah, she could have like this. Yeah, she can transition to a female if she wanted to, but to fucking thinking she's trying to escape that. She thinks that she's not loved because of what happened to her, but I think she was loved, but she just interpreted it as like people hating on her. And if she would have talked to her mom at the time, if she would have got that conversation with her mother, she probably would have never been continuing to fucking fuck random men out in the street, like it being faster than Mexican music, and taking out her aggression out on Rue. Because why is she with she's not supposed to be with Rue. She's supposed to be away from Rue. Rue is a reminder of what her mom is, of what her mom was to her. I don't even think that Jules is in love with Rue. I don't think she is. I don't care if there was a scene with her, um, and she had a nightmare that Rue was gonna have an overdose. She doesn't give a fuck about Rue. I don't think she does. I will die in that hill. She does not give a fuck about Rue. She gives a fuck about controlling Rue because she sees Rue as like some sick, psychological sick, um, version of her mom that she didn't get a chance to fucking make up with. And she wanna like take out her aggressions out on her. Cause why did she slap her? Why did she slap Rue? Rue told her the truth twice. Season 2, when Rue told her that she doesn't love anybody, she doesn't care about anybody, she just loves being loved. Rue was telling her the fucking truth, like, you just want to use Rue to just fill the gap that you, because you hate yourself. She hates her fucking self. Jules hates herself because what she does to people, she's because she's selfish as fuck. She doesn't understand, like, maybe the people did the things that they had to do to her because she wasn't speaking up for herself. She wasn't speaking up for herself. She was just probably hiding the whole entire time. Like, and people would say, "Well, like you probably didn't watch the whole episode." I don't even remember that the whole entire episode. I said, I have to look at more clips of her mom because only the clips that I saw is that her mom, her mom was like was a drug addict or something, or her mom was like didn't understand the fact that how she was trans and stuff. Because when people when parents hear that, they don't expect that. Like they don't expect that. Like people are expecting like parents to like understand that. Like I was around like a person that says like was denying that, oh my daughter is saying that she's a boy and shit, and the parents like, oh hell no, oh hell no. Some people don't want to, like, because you came out as a certain sex, they expect you to stay that way, unfortunately. And until you're a grown ass person, they're not this gonna accept you as what you are supposed to. Because little kids are not supposed to be thinking that they're another gender. To that, like they're supposed to like be living their lives, not even caring about that shit. The fact that little kids care about like what their role is as a human, like as like a sex human being or something, is weird. I don't think kids were thinking about that shit. If that's the case, because then people like connected to this, like them being gay or something. I'm like, this is, it's like confusing. Like kids are not supposed to be thinking about that unless they were exposed to it. In my opinion, people would think I'm ignorant, but so be it. Rue, I was kind of lost. I'm like, watching season 3. Rue says she's a lesbian. Okay, she's a lesbian, but for me, I don't think she's a lesbian. You know why? Because she was with Jules, because Jules has a male body. I usually hear like in the LGBT community, like women don't want to, like I hear lesbian women don't want to be with that don't want to be with in reality they don't want to be with transgendered women because they have a male's body, like, so it's like confusing to me. So I think like Rue is like something else in the LGBT community. I don't think she's like a fully lesbian. I don't think she is because she was with Jules. My ignorant mindset, yeah, you could say that if you want to. But I don't think a lesbian, an actual true lesbian, will be with a person who is born as a male. I don't think that. If you're a lesbian, I think you probably would only want to be with a person who is feminine and also um have like a female body, a born female body, not a male body. When like call me ignorant, but most lesbians I hear they say that sometimes. They say like oh, this is predatory. You just want to like you're just a predatory pervert man who want to cross dress and like us. That's what I usually hear. So, but it makes sense why they would think that, because men are perverted and they will do some weirdo shit like that just so they can prey on women. Because this world is dark. So that's why I think Rue is not really a lesbian to me. She's probably pansexual or something. But anyway, I like Rue Bennett. I think she's with Jules because she probably is not like she's probably fine with her sexuality. She probably is not like a lesbian. She's probably pansexual. She probably is that. She probably likes anyone that she could have a deep connection with. Anyway, but anyway, that's how I feel about it. Cause my conspiracy theory about like season 3, I'm probably wrong. Cause people don't like this character, but I think she's gonna be with Elliot. Yo, I think she's gonna be with Elliot because it's like foreshadowing that shit to me. And at the same time, she said like she wants to have start a family. I think Elliot will be okay with like giving Rue a family and being with her. Like, to be honest, if he shows up in the next episode, if they don't kill him off, because he probably will die too. Um, or if he acts like an asshole, I don't know what they're gonna do with that character. I heard like Dominic Flake is supposed to come back as Elliot. I'm like, bitch, when? And what's his role gonna be? Only purpose he served is that he made Rue break up with Jules because he exposed that Jules was being a fucking hoe in front of him and wanted to like get a fucking male validation again, like she's doing in this season. The same shit that made them break up the first time is the same shit she's continuing to do. She thinks getting male validation makes her a woman. It does not make you a woman. It just makes you a fucking pocket pussy. A woman is more than just fucking be looking pretty and having casual sex with random men. You fucking dumb bitch, Jules. I swear I can't stand Jules. I can't stand women like Jules, bro. They think because they can like wear nice things and get validation from men and have sex with multiple sex partners, that makes them a better woman than anybody else. It makes them more feminine. Like, get the fuck out of here. I have to go through medical issues, female medical issues, female hormonal issues, and you think you're better than me because you can wear high heels and look like a hooker all day and fuck random men who have wives at home that they're cheating on, and then you saying, oh well, the wife knows about me. The wife knows about me. That doesn't make it any better. You're still a fucking pocket pussy for a rich guy. You dumb fuck. You should be feeling sorry for the wife that she even knows. That's how fucked up she is. That's why I don't like Jules. She's a fucked up person. And like she's not right for Rue. And like people say, well, it was Rue's fault. Why is she with Jules? Because Rue Rue wants to like she probably had a hard time like being with women. She has a like she's a lesbian, she says, but she has a hard time like It looks like she has a hard time like being in lesbian relationships. She's surrounded by a whole bunch of pretty girls that was in her life that she was connected to. Lexi could have been the perfect